Hey guys, so if you couldn't already tell by the title of this video, it's going to be my review on the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I wanted to do this a couple days ago, but I did want to tell you which brush, which application method I liked better. So that took me an extra couple days to figure out which method worked best for me, so I could give you kind of a review on the brush too. I'm going to get right started. So the method I applied this is with all foundations. I use my Hourglass Veil Primer. To set my foundation, I always use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium dark. And to apply it, I do it one of three ways. Either A, with my Beauty Blender, number 2, with my Real Technique stippling brush, or number 3, with this new brush that I got, the Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush. Now I will get more into which method to apply it is best. I haven't tried applying with my fingers because personally I don't really like touching my face with my fingers all that much because I do have oily skin. I just don't like the feeling of it. I've always been like that. I don't really like touching my face. Anyways, overall I do love this foundation, which is why I purchased the full-size bottle after I went through my sample size of it. This stuff is very natural looking. It blends easily. It dries fairly quickly, so if you're the type of person to apply your foundation by dabbing it all over your face and then blending it all over, you might find that near the end the blending gets a little bit difficult. However, I do like to apply mine I like to work in sections, so I dot it on my forehead first, blend that in, then proceed onto my cheek, my other cheek, and then my chin and my nose area, and I kind of just like blend it all together. So that method works great for me. The coverage on this is light to medium. I know that now because I did have, it's gone now, which is awesome, but I woke up this morning with a bit of a blemish on my cheek, and I tried to cover it with this alone, and it didn't really work well. So if you're the type of person that has like a lot of acne or a lot of like blemishes that need to be covered, you may want to try a sample of this first to see what the coverage will be like for you, as well as you're probably going to need a concealer along with it. I mean, I had to go with a concealer with it because it didn't quite give me the coverage that I needed on my problem area. However, if you just need a bit of evening out of skin tone, a little bit of redness, this will take care of you beautifully. It is buildable, so you know, if you have a bit more redness in your chin area or in your T-zone, I had no problem going over it once and adding just a little bit more and going over it again. It didn't look cakey like some other foundations. If you try and build it, like say like the Smashbox one for instance, if you try and build it, it can look cakey, especially if you have like oily or skin that's like not prone to wrinkles, but it's like getting a little aged. This would be fairly decent for that. On me, it lasts 6 to 8 hours. I apply it in the morning. I applied it this morning. I'm wearing it right now today, if you can tell. Sorry, I have a little bit of natural light coming in now. I took my air conditioner out, so if you see this half of my face is a lot brighter than usual, it's because the sun is kind of like shining down this way. Back to the review. Yeah, so for me it lasts 6 to 8 hours. I mean, I can go from morning till night, like a good 12 hours without having to touch up. I just need to blot, and about I think my first blot was, this didn't make my oily skin worse, but this was the most mattifying foundation out there. Like, I did have to blot more than twice today. So I mean, that's not good considering I'm used to blotting anyways, so that wasn't bad. Coverage, like I said, is light to medium. It blends well. It doesn't have a dewy finish, but it doesn't have a completely matte finish. The finish on it is kind of like natural matte skin. It is called Naked Skin Foundation, so I guess that's kind of to be expected. When they put that in the name, you want to kind of look natural. So in my opinion, this does look very natural. I like the way it looks on my skin. It is like one of my new favorites. My favorite way to apply it though is the Real Technique stippling brush and the Beauty Blender. These are my two favorite methods of application. I tried the Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush, and let me tell you, I didn't like it. I actually might be returning this because it wasn't my favorite way to apply it. If you have this brush, I suggest you stick with this brush. I mean, if you're a makeup junkie like me and you like to try everything out there, get this, but make sure whatever you purchase it from, make sure you have a return policy if you don't like it, because I might be returning this. I don't know yet. I'm going to try it with some of my other foundations, but for me, this just blended it in wonderfully. This had more of a cakey look. This had more of a natural finish. This, in my opinion, blended out a lot more smoother. It didn't look as blotchy. Like when I put it on today with this, I had a few problem areas on my cheeks that I wanted to cover. I didn't really like the finish this gave. Like, it gave me kind of like a blotchy, uneven finish. Like, it's weird to explain, but I'm not happy with the way this applies foundation. So, love this one and love this. These two are my favorite methods of applying foundation. A damp beauty blender, or the other Avon sponges I talk about. Like, if you have this, if you must try this, try it. I mean, I can't stop you. But in my opinion, if you have this, you don't need this. I think that's all I had to say about it. It applies good with a beauty blender. Applies great with a Real Techniques brush, and my least favorite is the Urban Decay optical blurring. I'm gonna keep this for another couple days and try it out with some of my other foundations. Maybe it's just that, but I don't know. Like, it's very soft, and like this is a great brush, don't get me wrong. It just wasn't my favorite method to apply this foundation. But overall, great foundation. Go ahead and get samples of it. Give it a try if you like it. If you have dry skin, I heard this does stick to the dry flakes on your face. So I'm guessing, like, combination to oily skin, this is great for. I liked it. Oh, my other rant about this product. The first one I had to exchange it. If you watched one of my other haul videos, I had to exchange it because whenever I shook it up, the foundation would come up through here. Disgusting. Not something you want in, like, a makeup that you're trying to shake up. I mean, it says right on the bottle, shake before use. So I did shake it before use, and it got everywhere. Even with this one, the very first time I shook it, it was coming out of this part here. I had it in the cap. I cleaned it out, but I had it like this. I was shaking it gentle, and then I went a little bit harder because, you know, I wanted to get everything mixed up for the first time use. And I opened it up, and yeah, it was starting to come out this area here. So I don't know what, like, I don't know what the problem this pump has. I mean, it only happened once with this one. It hasn't happened again, so that's good. But every morning when I go and use it and I shake it, I just shake it kind of gentle because I am afraid of it coming back up through that part. I have not had a problem with that since the first day I used this, but if anyone else has that problem with this, let me know in the comments below, because I'd really like to know if it was just me or if it was, if it's this top in general that it tends to malfunction on people. So yeah, there is my review on the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. I love it. I will continue to use it. However, I will not be using it with this brush. I will be using it with my Real Techniques stippling brush or my beauty blender. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have any further questions on this foundation, please feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I will answer you. Other than that, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Alright, so as you can tell, I have no face makeup on. I do have a bit of eye makeup on, but I'm going to do my foundation now. I've applied a little bit of primer, and I'm going to go ahead and apply my Naked Skin foundation here. What I'm going to use it with is, where'd my brush go? Here it is. The Real Techniques, yeah, my Real Techniques stippling brush. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. So I'm just going to, I've already shaken it a little bit, shake it some more. I'm just going to take one pump on this thing here. As you guys can tell, or maybe you can't, depending on the camera quality, I do have like a little bit of redness and like blotchiness throughout my face. So that is my goal today. I'm trying to cover it up. Now, like I said, this is I'm just going to stipple it on here. This is a light to medium coverage foundation. If you have a lot of acne, like pimples and stuff like that you want to cover, you can use this, but be prepared to go in with a bunch of concealer after. Otherwise, I just suggest if you want like a more flawless face, I was just going for a more full coverage foundation. This won't be your friend. But for those of you who want just a light sheer coverage just to help like even out any little redness or like uneven skin tone, this is a great foundation to do that with. So all over my forehead, I've already applied it, as you can tell. It looks pretty good. I like this foundation a lot, actually. Alright, and I'm just gonna stipple some over my cheeks here. Maybe take a little bit more. Now I normally like to use a couple coats throughout like this part here, just to help cover up any redness. That's where I tend to get my most redness from. And then the other side of the face. I love this brush. It does a great job at like blending everything together. That and my beauty blender I love. Take a little bit more on the brush and do my chin. Hopefully my camera quality is going to be decent enough so you guys can actually pick up the detail in this. And a little bit on my nose. So remember, I only used one pump and that was good enough to cover my entire face. I still have some left and that's going to be what I use just on right there. So I have a little bit of a, not a huge breakout, but just a bit from all the different moisturizers and toners I've been trying lately. I don't really have sensitive skin. Things don't really break me out easily, but something I used, or the combination I was using, did not work. Alright, so as you can see I still have a little bit left over. There's like not a lot there. I don't want to put any more on because I don't want, I mean you could put another layer on if you want to, but I'm not going to. And then after I just let it sit, like after I apply my foundation, I go in and I do my eyebrows. After I do my eye makeup, I do my foundation, I do my concealer in my eyes, and I do my eyebrows. So I'll go ahead and apply a little bit of concealer just to give it a couple minutes to set. Now if these blemishes were any bigger, I would have to go in with a concealer over top of it, but right now I can pretty much get away with just leaving them alone. I mean, I think you can see right there, I mean I can see the viewfinder where it is. If you want to go back in with a little bit of the foundation, I mean you could, but like I said, this stuff doesn't really cover much and I can't find where I put my concealer right now, so now you can see like a highlighted area, because this is what I used to do my inner corner with my Well Rested. So now I have a white blotch on my face. That's awesome, Natasha. Anyways. Okay, so as you can see, it took quite a few layers just to even like attempt to cover up that little pimple there. So not full coverage at all. When just left alone, it dries down to like a semi-matte finish. Like it's not completely matte where your face just looks like, and it's not dewy either. I do like to go over it with my MAC MSF in medium dark here. Just lightly. I tap it onto my forehead and the rest of my face here. So that is pretty much what I do when I use this foundation. Sometimes I'll go in with like a brightening powder when I want a little bit more glow to my skin, but this is what the foundation looks like. I will give you a close-up of what it looks like on. I hope you're going to be able to see. So you can still see my pores there. So I hope you guys can see that well on the forehead. Okay guys, so that is my review for the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. Just a quick recap. Light to medium coverage, decent oil controlling properties. I have very oily skin, like needing to blot like every 2 to 3 hours. With this, don't need to blot for at least 3 to 4 when wearing it. Gives a nice natural look to the skin. Feels like I'm not wearing any makeup at all. It's not like a heavy cakey feeling. Layers fairly decently, but I mean the more you layer on, the more cakey you're gonna look. So yeah, I think this looks awesome. I really do like the way this makes my skin look. So that is the recap, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review and little bit of demo tutorial kind of thing. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!